Shadow in the Forest. One warm Friday afternoon, the happy eggs gathered around the happy bus to decorate it and get ready for Hani's surprise birthday party. She left a little earlier to shop for a new dress and promised to be back in 1 hour. The eggs were very proud of the gift they prepared for her, a big, heavy, 3-layer chocolate cake. They placed it on a little wooden stool outside the bus, planning to take it in after they were done decorating. The eggs couldn't wait to present this gift to Hani. The setting up was almost finished. Captain, Geek, Joy, Victory, and Mary were all inside the bus, adding the final touches to its festive decor when suddenly they heard a loud sound coming from outside. Crack! They ran out, and what they saw did not make them happy, to say the least. The cake was all smashed, lying on the floor right next to a tiny wooden stool with a broken leg. "Oh, no!" Mary shouted. "The cake!" she added softly.
"It must have been too heavy, so the stool broke,"
Captain concluded.
"But Hani will be back in half an hour,"
Geek said nervously.
"There is only one solution,"
Captain responded patiently.
"We need to find a new cake."
"But we only have half an hour," Joy reminded.
"I will use my running power to dash to the bakery and get a new cake,"
Captain responded.
"I promise I will make it on time. I will save the party."
So Captain headed toward the nearest bakery, and he ran as fast as he could. Finally, he reached the bakery, and after selecting the best chocolate cake in the store, he was on his way back with the precious present in his hands. He ran quickly but carefully. Then an idea popped up in his head.
"Why don't I cut my way through the forest?" he thought. "This will save me some time."
He made a sharp left turn and ended up among tall trees and bushes. As he ran through the forest, Captain was sure that he would make it on time. But suddenly he stopped and froze. He stood before a narrow pathway formed by a line of thick trees on one side and a large gray rock on another side. Observing something very strange, he saw on the surface of the rock a big, sharp shadow of a creature that had antennas and numerous legs.
"This must be the forest monster,"
he assumed. The thought of walking through the pathway was just paralyzing. But if he turned back right now, he would never make it on time, and the party would be ruined. Moreover, he would not fulfill his promise. Captain had to make a decision immediately. He took a deep breath and said to himself,
"I am a brave boy. No monster can stop me from walking through."
So he concentrated on his goal and took a step forward. Then he took another step, and then another, and then he realized that he was actually walking through the pathway. But when he looked around, he saw no monsters there. The only thing he did see was an adorable, tiny ant peacefully sitting on a flower stem. The harsh afternoon sunlight is known for making the little things drop big shadows.
"It was just an ant,"
Captain thought,
"and I believed it was a monster."
He then continued his run and made it back to the bus just in time. So Captain saved the party as he promised. The chocolate cake was delicious, and Hani was the happiest birthday girl ever. That day, Captain learned 2 important lessons. The first is that fear can make an obstacle look bigger than it is. And the second is that bravery can turn any monster into a little ant. The end.